SOUTHFORK Experience. And you got some special tourist guides in here tonight. How many were here yesterday? Some of y'all? If you don't know, I know you probably recognize them by character. So if I'm going to just introduce you who they are, I'm sure you already know. But we have Patrick, Duffy, who was Bobby. Charlene Tilton, who was Audrey Landers. I should remember your name. My daughter's name is Audrey. So Audrey Landers. I do want to let you know everything about the house because you're going to get to walk through it after I'm done talking. But of course, me and the other tour guides will be throughout the house if you want to stop and ask any questions. You can, of course, ask the cast members as well. I don't know how quick they're going to, how long they're going to be here and what the schedule really is, but I'm going to do the best that I can. I don't want y'all to have fun, okay? All righty. This house was actually built in 1970. Now, we would like you to share that story about how they panned you into the water. Didn't you have something like... You might be finding out there's a story that you would swim and didn't make like have something on you so to make it look like it was a long pool.
No, that was all just done with camera. The interesting thing is that the pool we built in California, the replica, is only 4 feet deep.
Oh!
So, nobody could drown you, just stood up. But, and you couldn't dive. But the pool here, nobody actually swam in the pool. People would get in and out of the pool or get pushed in the pool. But you very seldom see anybody doing laps in the pool because you get one stroke and you're at the other end.
All right, and I know another story that I'm going to let Charlene share.
She's the only one who can't stand up.
Came here, started filming, and they set something in front of you to eat, and you still eat it to this day. You told us the story, so I know.
Oh, grits?
Yes,
grits. I've never had grits in my life. I didn't even know what grits were. And it was part of the crop, and I went, oh, these are yummy. So I make them at home now.
She didn't know what it was, but she
But can I ask a question? Patrick will know the answer to this. Did they not build the replica on, what was it, stage 28? Something like that. Because Larry didn't want to film in the summer anymore, is that why? No.
They just needed the back of the house all the time.
Oh, so she was telling the truth. I heard her really. Okay. Clearing up fake news.
Thank you. And Afton, I know you, Afton, I get it.
I knew we were going to do it.
I know you shared this yesterday, but I love the story about how they found you singing and how that got put into the storyline. So for those that weren't here yesterday, maybe unless you're saying that for later.
Sure, no, I'm happy to, yeah. Well, when I joined the cast, it was really well established already, and it was a hit, and I was very nervous, of course, joining the set. And during lunch, the first day of filming, I kind of retreated to the sound stage that was all dark and quiet, nobody was on it, and I found a piano in the corner. And I started it would relax me to play the piano, working on some music I was writing. And Leonard Cat Schwartzman, who was director, producer, he was really the core of the show. He came in carrying his styrofoam lunch and coming through, and he stopped and heard me playing the piano and said, "Oh, that's really nice." And he said, "What is that?" I said, "Oh, it just keeps me calm." And he went on. The next thing that happened was, the next script I had received, it said that I was a singer. And that's how the role of Afton, I mean, she was never written in originally as an aspiring singer. And so from that day on, whenever there was a song to be sung, I would get the script ahead of time. I'd try to write something that felt like it was the mood of the scene or what was happening in the storyline. So I wrote all the songs that Afton sang. Oh, that's a
And then, of course, we all know Jamie doing Jenna Lee. Yeah, share that story. I think, Karen, you can kind of give us your opinion on how you died twice on the show.
I
She
got
had no
nothing.
idea what
I
happened.
got nothing. I did. I've learned more about my character from all of you guys. Don't you remember this? Don't you remember this? And how my brain is. I got nothing. You just because so I got nothing. So the fans all told me that, wait, how did I die first? I died in a car crash or something. That's the first time. That, right? Oh, it blew up. It blew up. Okay. So see, I didn't even know. So I was walking to get into a red car or something. Can you stand up? I love you.
You were getting into Cliff's car, and someone was trying to kill Cliff, but they killed you instead.
There you go.
Angelica.
I was going to move the car. They were mean.
That's right.
And the girls take the bullets all the time. I mean, and then, so yeah, they killed me off, and then Leonard left, and again, so I wasn't on the show for that year, and then Bobby got in the shower. Oh my God. And when this guy gets in the shower, everything stops, right? So it's all like all of us, and he goes, "God, yeah, it was a dream." As you're a dream. So anyway, I came back, and then I fell off a cliff someplace. Well, someone told me, even from this weekend, that it was in Mexico. I have a question. Okay, so they told me, oh, I died in Mexico, right? And I fell off a cliff or something, so that's the wrong story. So when I've never been in the house, got nothing. But I snuck yesterday when we were taking our picture, and I went down to the end of the hall, and there's this room down there, and it's all like, but there's this outline, and I go, somebody died here. And I thought, well, J.R. dying was who shot J.R. and all that. I thought, but, well, so I didn't know the story, and then someone says, I found out, yeah, so again, he was in Mexico. Why the F were we all in Mexico? Anyway, so
Cartel.
so whatever, and I go, why were we all going to Mexico? It's all right.
Why not?
Well, one more quick thing from Christopher, our Christopher, Joshua, and then I'm going to tell you about the other rooms and let y'all go through. He's going to tell you where the rooms are. But I wanted to know your opinion. I don't think I heard this yesterday during the Q&A, unless you shared it in a later one. How did you feel about losing your dad, and then your dad came back, and then you lost your mom? As a real kid, did that affect you in any way? That it was like, what's going on here?
Christopher always seemed to be dropped off on different doorsteps throughout the series.
Oh, yes, that's
I really used that for my character at 6 years old now. It was, I think I was having this conversation with our table earlier, which is like, as you start being a part of this family and understanding when they take you under your wing, you sort of become indoctrinated, and you start understanding what it is as a kid of the family and understanding. So everything I learned about the show would be through the relationships I had personally. There wasn't much outside influence that you could influence a kid at that age. Like, you really have to dig deep here. Because
You would just say, Candy, come on.
yeah.
that I couldn't help but catch when I binge watched it last year was you and John Ross just didn't get very much time in that pool.
We-
I mean,
I
as
know,
soon as
right?
they got you in, oh, come on, let's get going now.
The day is young.
In 1 minute, the day is done. But anyway, thank y'all so much for sharing.
Thank you.
y'all
Thank
were-
you, Gail.
But anyway, when you go through the house, you are gonna see, you're gonna see our beautiful dining room, but the kitchen that you see in this house was based, they actually duplicated this kitchen on the set in California, or at least that's where they got their idea. It didn't look totally exactly like this one, but they did duplicate it on the set, and they changed the wallpaper. Of course, we've got this lot of cranberry and cream stuff going on in our kitchen, lots of wallpaper everywhere, but they did, base it off of this kitchen and change the wallpaper, so we call it Miss Ellie's Kitchen.